Alright, in this video I am going to fix a pervasive crack in my ceiling. I patched this a few times, painted it a few times, and it keeps coming back through. You can see it starts in the corner here. There is a screw pop. It's actually a nail pop. I don't know why they used a mix of nails and screws on the ceiling. Anyway, they did. The crack kind of disappears in the middle, and then the crack picks up again near the other wall. Now, step one to solving this is making sure that the drywall is actually secured to the ceiling properly so that there's no movement in it. Otherwise, the crack's just going to come back through. And I had a little bit of trouble finding some of the studs up here. It seems like the joint in the drywall is not necessarily on top of a 2x4, and that's probably why it's cracking. Normally, if there's a stud behind the joint, it doesn't do that. But I could only do screws on one side of the crack, and on the other side, I'm about 6 inches over. So you can see on the left hand side I got screws in, and that's quite close to the crack. I tried to get screws in on the other side of the crack, and that wasn't happening. So I found that there was a stud about 6 inches away, give or take. Likely that's why it cracked. As soon as those nails kind of loosened up a little bit, it probably separated itself, and then obviously leading to a crack. So hopefully adding a ton more screws in here will solve the stability problem, but we'll see. Now, just off camera, I took a utility knife and I carved out the screw pops, which turned out to be nail pops. Again, I don't know why they used both nails and screws to secure the drywall, but they did. So I've added a ton more screws, and hopefully that solves the stability issue in the ceiling, which has obviously led to the cracking. Now I'm going to take that utility knife again. I'm just going to score down the crack mark. Now, in carving the channel out, I didn't go all the way through the drywall, right out to the plastic on the other side. I just carved out about a 1/4 inch channel. Next thing I'm going to do is measure the paper for this, and you can use mesh for it as well. I'm then going to take the drywall compound and apply it just a little bit wider than the paper tape that I'm going to put down. I'm going to put a little bit of emphasis on making sure that the channel I carved out with the box cutter is fully filled up. Then I'm going to put the paper tape down, make sure it's well seated, and then take the drywall knife and ensure that the tape is fully embedded in the drywall compound, making sure that there's no bubbles or anything like that in the paper tape. And when it's dried out, it looks like that, and sure enough, no bubbles in it, no problem at all. Now, I don't do any sanding after I put down the tape. Instead, I just take the 6-inch putty knife and go straight to applying another coat of drywall compound. For this, I use a pole sander with a shop vac, and I now do start sanding it in between coats. So one coat with the 6-inch putty knife. I also have an 8-inch putty knife. So I take, for my second coat on top of the paper tape, I take the 8-inch knife, and then I just keep making the patch wider and wider in between coats. So the first coat was about 1 foot wide. This coat's going to be about 2 feet wide with the 8-inch knife. I'm no professional, so what I lack in drywall compound skills, I make up for in time sanding. And like I said, between every coat, I use the pole sander with the shop vac, and definitely I appreciate having the pole sander when I'm doing the ceiling. Now, for the final coat on this, I have a 12-inch drywall compound or putty knife, and I'm going to use this mud bud container because I'm going to add a little bit of water and just make this coat a little bit thinner than the other one's. Not exceptionally thin, but I do mix it up a little bit and make this coat slightly thinner. Now, like I said, I'm going to use a 12-inch putty knife, and by the time I'm done this, it's about 2 to 2.5 feet wide. So I make the patch bigger and bigger in between coats, and then obviously sand it in between coats as well. And that is what it looks like after I did the application of the final coat of the drywall compound. I'm not going to film myself sanding it, but I'm going to sand it, and then I'm going to start repainting this ceiling so it doesn't look all jacked up anymore. Anyway, that's how I deal with cracks in the ceiling. Thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.